Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Level Up Talk Thursday. That's right, I am your host, Ark. That's right, Nerdy Ark. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are enjoying a good day. I hope that it's a pleasant day. I know I'm excited that it is a little bit warmer. Hey, for those of you who have been following along in our Discord community, which, by the way, you should totally hit up. You should totally join in. And if you want to do that, there's this cool thing where Solomon usually throws... There it is. He threw it right there. If you want to check it out, you join the Discord link that is in the chat, that you can find it here in Twitch. Trust me, it is worth your time, because we have an awesome community that comes around each other, that encourages one another, that games with each other, that just chats and stuff like that. Specifically, like, today is Nerds Day Thursday. Yeah, hey, everybody. Hey, hi. I'm bringing it real close so that you really get it. It's Nerds Day Thursday. That means that you come on out Thursday night. There's a lot of things that are going on and stuff like that. It is a fantastic time. So, Thursday nights, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., if you are into reading the Bible and if you are wanting to get to know more about what the heck you're reading, we do that thing called Wisdom Check, and it's where we legitimately take a chapter out of the Bible each and every Thursday night. We chat on it through it together in our Discord community, and we are currently going through Proverbs. We just covered Proverbs 8, which is the personification of wisdom. If you want to know what that looks like, You should really come on out. But we'll gladly catch you up. Tonight we're going to be doing Proverbs 9. Yeah, that's right. We're getting in deep with Solomon of the Bible, not Solomon Hungry. Man, when we do Bible study at that time, that's like close to Solomon's bedtime. Because, when you're in Wales, bedtime, so to speak. So I'm sure Solomon's like, I'm not asleep at that point. Anywho, so that's from 7 to 8. And then at 9 o'clock till 12 a.m., because nerds don't understand the idea of sleep very well, hence why Solomon laughed in the chat. You see how it went. We have essentially an open time. It's called our Night's Vigil. And hey, why am I talking through this? You guys can see this yourself. That is going on our Discord info. That's right, Thursdays. We have the Wisdom Check, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Bible study, goodness, prayer, community, stuff like that, if you're into that. If you're into video gaming, or in this case, carrying Wilson through Destiny 2, like Dime has been doing every Thursday, stuff like that. It's midnight at the time we do it for Solomon, right? That it's you're not wrong. So Solomon, if you wanted to stay up till like 4 a.m., we have an option for you. Don't do it. I can go without sleep. That's not a good option, Solomon. Anywho, you can join in our Night's Vigil. It's meant for gaming. It's meant for if you just want to chill and talk about your day, if you just want to shoot aliens in the face, if you want prayer, if you just want to talk about what's going on, or heck, just hang out. That's what it's there for. So come on in our Discord community, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. for that goodness, and hang out with some crew that really care about you and think you're pretty awesome. Yeah, that's right. I waited for the camera to come back. Just do it! That's right, Solomon, you get it. But yeah, but don't forget, also, we have our anime night. That's happening this Friday. Anime night! We're going to be watching Spirited Away. I am, you're going to see what Wilson's cooking's like. That's all I'm going to say. So whether that's good or bad, that's up to you and stuff like that. Am I a good guide through stuff, Ark? Absolutely, you are. I would gladly take Dimes I would take your leadership anytime. Plus, you have awesome dance moves, so that's what's the important part. My Sherpas better know how to dance, otherwise I don't know if I can trust them. So really, it's because you can dance. That's the important part. Anywho, anime night. We're gonna have awesome ramen goodness. Hey, I have stickers that I want to show to you guys, and now we're gonna do that whole wonderful wait for the camera to work kind of stuff like that. I got cool stickers, and I'm pretty sure you've seen them already, but you know what? I can't help but brag. We have an awesome volunteer, Shirley Gurns, here, who just blows our brainstem with her awesomeness of sticker creation goodness. So remember your name. Yeah, you're going to like that. So we made Spirited Away stickers specifically just for this event. It's really cool. So you're going to want to come on and stuff like that. I am actually a certified... so then, teach people that stuff too. So you say you could host a GWDS, right? Solomon, these are resources that we are both learning. I'm just saying. These are opportunities. But you should come on out, and there's other cool stickers like, look at Talon, the cutie. Oh, isn't he adorable? Look at those green eyes. You're going to get stickers like that, except, like, cut way better. And there's another one. And this is Anime Talon. Yeah, that's right. Anime Talon. He's so excited. He's got foxtail and everything. So you should totally come on out. You should have fun with us because, legitimately, what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do on a Friday night? You're gonna just, like, sit and do nothing? Like, come on. There's even door prizes. You just have to put your name in, and you can get door prizes. Door prizes. Think about it. Think about it. Plus, then you get ramen, and, well, it's me cooking it, so you're putting your health at risk at that. No, I'm just kidding. I make decent ramen. It's gonna be good, stuff like that. So we're gonna be getting some of that going on too. It'll be fantastic. But I'm excited for it. It's gonna be great. Watch party, and there's a cool teachable lesson out of all of it. So that's what's going on. And of course we have our March break that's coming on up. And of course, we also have Walk to Mordor. That's right, we're already talking about Walk to Mordor. It's only February, but we are in recruitment mode. So if you are curious at all, yeah, Solomon threw down already the link connection. Walk to Mordor, we are looking for participants for Graphic Word because we're making Walk to Mordor like a whole chapter kind of thing. What? Psh! So it's not just us only spearheading, it is all other parts of QYU that are getting in on this, and we're making this like a bigger deal. It's going to be awesome. So our personal goal is still the $10,000. Yeah, that's right. G-Dub looking to fundraise $10,000. And so we need as many peeps jumping in on this and getting in on it, and where you can walk, run, or bike, either one, and you're going to fundraise. But we're going to tell you more about that another time. You're going to see some more promo to encourage. Solomon's like, $10,000? Sounds like an easy day for me. No. Like, legit. We're looking to do the fundraise. You can sponsor people if you're not a walker, and that's also cool. You can also come out to our culminating event that will be happening at the end of April. But again, that's not what we're looking at. We're trying to encourage people. Join the fellowship. Have fun. Walk with people. Be an encouragement. Get some t-shirt swaggage. Plus, if you are like a person that goes the farthest distance, you might get a prize. If you fundraise the most, you might get a prize. If you are the team, well, I need to see if we can potentially get a team prize that's going on for all the peeps that were like, all the walkers, yo, you're going to get this prize if you get the most. Or if you're the runners, if you get the most, you get this. And stuff like that. We're expanding the prize opportunities. So it's there. Hopefully less or no snow when Walk to Mordor begins. Usually it's no snow. It's more rain, and that kind of can suck. But, like, dude, be like the hobbits. You just figure it out. Figure it out. Get a cloak. Yo, if someone gets me a cloak that I can wear out in the rain, I will gladly, I repeat, I will gladly take a picture of me out in the rain with the cloak walking about. I want to get a cloak like Aragorn's, because I think those are cool. And you can actually get them. They're pretty boss and stuff like that. I can probably do a walking. Walking in the rain is fun. It is actually a little bit fun. And it's refreshing. That fresh cut grass smell. Yeah, Cloak Fund. 100%. Throw money at the Wilson Cloak Fund. And you will get high fives in your heart all the time. All right. Who's ready for discussiones as far as this level up talk is concerned? You may have seen in the heading of the video. Okay, in the heading. Oh, yo, we got a reward wheel. Oh, no, shoot. Law of equivalent exchange. You're going to do law of equivalent exchange, aren't you? Oh, thanks. I am, like, so nervous right now. This feels so uncomfortable. Water. That's nice. Guys, this is what happens. All right. We started already. Okay. Before we get into that, Solomon has decided we need to do, first of all, a reward wheel. Of course, the reward wheel. Here we go. Guys, can I get a countdown? In 3, 2, 1. Spin the wheel! Spin the wheel, guys. This wheel has been brought to you by Pain. Actually, in this case, it's very nice. Oh, treat yourself! Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, awesomenesses. You may not have known this, but I do have Hot Ones Pringles that were brought to you by the awesome peeps over at Salvation Army. And these are level 5 out of 10 because we are gluttons for punishment. Gluttons for punishment. That means they are actually a bit spicy. So, here's what I'm going to propose, okay? Instead of me spinning a punishment wheel, what if I had, since it's level 5 heat, down in the whole, no, I'm not doing the whole thing in one. What is this? What if, because it's level 5 heat, what if I do 5 chips? What if I do 5 chips? Now, I will also warn you, I do have a backup so that my stomach doesn't die. Because Wilson old, and Wilson is trying to work on this. So this could count as both the reward and the punishment. How do you feel about that? Yeah, Wilson's old. Leave me alone, Solomon, you beautiful specimen of a human being. How do you guys feel about that? Is that law of equivalent exchange for you, Solomon? This is the treat, but it's also then the punishment because it's a punishing treat. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. So it's fair. It's fair. I'm trying to be fair. Okay. You know, I get it. You guys want to see Wilson suffer. I get it. People want to see the suffering. Okay. We're gonna swap camera views. So that. Oh. Hey guys, smelling it was a bad idea. So just wafting was a bad option. I'm just letting you know, don't do that when it's spicy. Okay, are we doing some ASMR kind of vibe here? Like you got to hear the crunch? And am I doing it individual chips or all at once? Like am I doing 5 chips all at once, or am I doing like 1 and then 2 and then 3 and 4 and 5? I'm asking you guys because like this is your wheel. That's 4. I need 1 more. Oh, you want the slow burn. You... See, Solomon's been planning this. Clearly, Solomon has insider information that he just like, I like spicy myself. I like spicy too, but when you get older and you start doing less spicy stuff, your stomach says no. And it makes you cry. And it makes your bathroom cry, too. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I bet you guys didn't want that information. Too bad. I'm sorry for any viewers who are squeamish or uncomfortable right now. But you're welcome, too. So, thoughts and prayers for Wilson's stomach. Actually, thoughts and prayers for Wilson's bathroom later. That's really the one that you should be praying for. And my family who are going to have to endure afterwards. Sorry, Coach. Sorry, kids. Dad's got to do this. All right, here we go. We're going with chip number 1. Chip number 1. We're gonna and I need your ratings in the comments section. Rate how's the crunch? How's the crunch? Plumber partnership. Actually, I do know a guy that works for a plumbing company. He's A1 Plumbing. I'm looking at you, Aaron. Aaron, if you want to sponsor, especially on our spicy episodes. I'm just saying. Anywho, so that was chip number 1. Oh, 10 out of 10, guys. That's good. This is good. See, this is good ASMR stuff. You could save this for later in case you're like, man, I miss Wilson. I miss hearing him. Just. Tasty. That's good crunch. That was chip number 2. We're 2 out of 5. We're okay. The The slow burn's real. Oh, I'm feeling it in the back of the throat already. That's awesome. I'm not going to cry, except I probably will. Do I have Kleenexes in here? Did Bilo use up all the Kleenexes? She probably did. Well, I have my scented candle off to the side. That's what matters. Chip number 3. I hear hot sauce goes great with scented candles. Only you would know, Solomon. Only you would know. Yep, I can really smell the scented candle. That's great. So far, things are not flooding, so we're okay. However, if Wilson runs to get chocolate-covered almonds to help with the mouth, I'm just like, that's great. I meant the Pringles. Oh, yeah, that's also true. Okay, chip number 4. We're almost there. Oh, yeah. See, this is what you guys really want out of all your streams. It's just Wilson eating spicy Pringles. That's all you needed. Today, I fulfilled your need, people. And some of you who are just tuning in and have never seen this before, you now have a need that's been fulfilled that you never knew you needed. So, you're welcome, and thank you for joining us. Tune in next week when Wilson almost dies. What? No, don't do that. Okay. Oh, that's feeling it in the back. Oh, the back of the throat. All right, you ready? See? Number 5. Here we go. Oh, yeah. That's good crunch. Oh, man. Oh, man. Slow burn was a bad life choice. Oh. Because now when I breathe, it's hot. Oh, my goodness. Solomon, why'd you do that? Oh, man. You guys can't even hear the music, probably. There we go. Now I don't feel so alone. Oh, okay. Stream idea. Reading Psalm 119 while eating a ghost pepper. Oh, my word. A, ghost peppers are just mean. B, Psalm 119 is long. C, that just sounds like suffering. Hence why Solomon's got the evil cowl kind of vibe look. So, woo. All right. There we go. Woo. Again, Pringles, hot ones. Not that this is sponsored at all, but man, oh, woo, it's spicy. It's spicy. All right, there we go. We did it. Ha! I'm gonna cough. Hold on. Coffee, Dad, help me. Oh, that's better. That creamer in the coffee is actually kicking in a lot better now. Oh, shoot. I'm starting to... Oh, no. Why are you doing that? Oh, shoot. Nasal works are happening. Nasal things. Ah! Okay, there we go. Maybe, sort of. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, there we go. Oh. There we go. Okay. Oh. Spicy. Alright. Awesome sauces. There we go. That is how we did it. Thank you for the pain and torture. And now I'm burping because my stomach's like, oh no. Oh no. Things are happening. Oh no. So, appreciate that. Whew. Spicy. Alright. Now let's get into our talk. Our talk. Alright. Wonderful, awesome sauces. We are talking about superheroes are horrible at rest. They actually are. They are brutal. Here, first, look at me. 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 I love superheroes, okay? I am a huge fan of superheroes. Dude, since I could remember, I've always thought superheroes were awesome. I always wanted to be a superhero in some way, some form. I've always wanted to be able to fly. I've actually wanted wings to fly. We've talked about this in past episodes. But, like, does that mean I will ever actually get wings to fly? Well, genetic scientists, like, let's get going so that I can hurry up and become Archangel. Because, let's be honest, when you become Angel and you're like, oh, well, like, wings are actual wings kind of suck. It's like, right, this is why Apocalypse ripped them out and put those, like, robotic organic things, which we're actually closer to being able to do soon. So, you know, Archangel might actually be a thing. Just saying. All right, but the thing I want to bring up, the thing that I want to chew on for today, and this is chicken wings over flying wings. I mean, chicken wings are real right now, so I'm not against that idea, but I would love flying wings because, A, then it saves me gas for my commute every single morning. So, I mean, save the gas, and I would probably be, like, even more ripped. By the way, Wilson has been somewhat losing weight. Yeah, been somewhat losing weight, getting into some shape. You're like, I don't see it at all. Well, I'm offended, okay? I look pretty. Thank you, Solomon. I appreciate that. My wife definitely appreciates that. It's been showing up more and more. I'm feeling it in my ribs, which is really cool. Anywho, this isn't a plug about Wilson losing weight. This is about superheroes. So, I always wanted to be a superhero. I think they're the coolest thing. I think they are our modern myths. I think they are an expression of humanity in a different idea or even some of the ideals. And you've heard me talk about that with, like, Daredevil, obviously Nightwing, because my man. But, like, so many different traits about superheroes stand out and are meant for us to draw from and to have lessons. That's just like modern mythology that we have too. So that's why I say it's like the modern myths. It's like our current storylines in that. We have a lesson that's going on that. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing that I've had to work through. Superheroes suck at rest. They actually really do. Like, they don't get that idea. Now, be fair, they are fighting off bad guys. And, like, especially, you know, the factor that they're fighting off bad guys that no one else really can deal with. So, like, the kind of rest and stuff like that. I mean, have you seen Gotham? Right, 100%. Gotham just has a bad rep. Technically, Bloodhaven has a worse rep than Gotham. And, like, you know, Nightwing got that figured out. Nightwing plug. Nightwing's the best. I mean, what? So, like, legitimately, though, there is no rest. And like, this isn't just a one, like, DC only seems to get this. Like, Marvel heroes also seem to have this. Like, Captain America, I don't think the dude has slept in, well, since he was cryogenically frozen in the Arctic. So, like, the dude does not believe in rest. Oh, so Ark is a superhero, then bad at rest. Yeah, you know, I'm not saying I'm a superhero, but, no, like, I think this is why I'm bringing it up, and that's exactly the reason why I'm bringing it up, Daima, is because the factor that we kind of hold, like, a standard to us, at least those who, like, maybe read comics or, like, especially kind of, I'm going to speak to the Westerners, I'm going to say, like, this is where, Solomon, your input is valuable because you're like in a different area of the world than we are. But I will say this: North America has a brutal kind of idea that, like, you're just supposed to just keep on going, keep on wrecking yourself, keep on, and there is, like, a noble nature behind it, right? Like, when the going gets hard, we get going, right? Like, we get at it, we keep going. And that's not bad per se, because there is some things that you do need to work through. You do need to push through. But I also think, okay, yeah, we have that there too. Thank you, Solomon. Thank you for letting me know. Like, we have this tendency to, like, if we talk about rest, it's like you did something wrong, or it's only at a point where you are absolutely broken. So let me bring up these arguments to you via comic book, how we got there, okay? Like, how we have that mindset. So, first of all, Batman Nightfall. Guys, if you have not read this series, I am telling you, as a DC fan, This is like essential literature. If you do not do that, we need to have a conversation. The whole premise, a little bit of a spoiler. Yeah, Bane over Batman. In this case, yes, and I'll tell you why. The whole premise of Nightfall, the first volume, which, by the way, I have all 3, and they are freaking good to read. Nightfall, the premise is Batman finally kind of like has some stuff sorted out. He's been able to take out some bad guys and bring them back to Arkham and all this. And he's already feeling tired and fatigued. Then cue this new villain that showed up, Bane. This was actually his debut, was in Nightfall. Where Bane is this guy who has analyzed Batman over time, has seen how he operates, and goes, oh, you know how we actually take him down? We're going to overwhelm him. So all these inmates, these prisoners and stuff like that that's going on, what? Sorry? It must suck to be Bane. What if he gets an itch on his back? Right? Fair enough. That's why he has henchmen. And if they don't do it, he just accidentally snaps their neck. That's how I think it happens. Anywho, when it comes to Bane, he's smart enough to see that Batman is able to overpower each one of these villains on an individual level. But to have them all released at the same time after he's done all this hard work, and do it wave after wave to the point where he does not have like a breather, that's how you destroy Batman. That's how you take him down. And so Batman does this. He is keeping on going. And this is while he's training Tim Drake. This is while there's Nightwing out and about doing different things. Like, it's not like he's completely alone, but they aren't able to keep up. And especially, it's Batman. He's getting wrecked. He's not able to keep on going. His body is starting to give out on him. He's tired. He's sick. He's not doing well. Alfred's even like, dude, you can't keep up this. And he's like, I have no choice, Alfred. Have no choice. So then, after all that, after finally getting to a point where he just might be able to get rest, Bane literally breaks into the Batcave and just slaps Batman around. Like, boom, 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 boom. I guess you could say he's a Bane of Batman. Right? Actually, the truth. And, like, smacking him around. And Bane's even kind of like, this is nothing, man. I have broken you over time. Little bits and pieces over time here. And now, I will break you. And then, and he's broken. And so, like, this is what I appreciate off of Batman Dark Knight Returns. They did justice to that storyline. It wasn't exactly like how it was done in the comics, and I get that. But the essence of it all was that they analyzed Batman. They understood at the core, Batman will give everything and anything and won't give himself rest or space to do that when there is always a problem. And Bane exploits that. And so it takes Batman to heal his broken back and like go through surgeries and stuff like that. And this is where then one of my favorite Batmen that comes in, Azrael. Oh my gosh. Guys, I repeat, cannot say enough about Azrael. I thought he was a cool Batman for a period of time. We'll have another conversation on that one. And that will be more like, how do you take on a mantle? How do we do this? And how do we do it properly versus improperly? All this kind of stuff. That's a good talk for another time. But Batman Nightfall with Bane destroying the Bat was when Batman didn't give himself rest. He didn't give himself permission to rest. He wasn't able to regain strength like he should have, because the mission always came first. And that's not bad in ideal ideas, but again, if you do not give yourself rest, something will bust you. It will wreck you. If you don't learn to rest, you will be forced to rest. Red Hood was right. Well, Red Hood in the mindset of like absolute destroying, yeah. And absolute Bane over any other, yes. Absolute Bane would... Dangerous. That fight went differently than I expected. All right, you ready for our next example? Gambit and Rogue. Yeah, that's right, because I've been recently reading Gambit and Rogue. And I love Gambit and Rogue. They're beautiful. They're a wonderful couple. They're a power couple. This comic series specifically, this was in the early 2000s, Gambit and Rogue. This is before they get married. This is actually when they are kind of having like a tiff that's going on between them. And Kitty Pryde, who is at this point the leader of the X-Men, or at least the branch of the X-Men that Rogue was in charge or under, Kitty Pryde needed to check into, funny enough, if you don't rest, God will smack you with the rest bat. He will. And it's not even just a regular bat. It's like more like a cricket bat on steroids. Anyone know what a cricket bat is? Anyone? Bueller? I'm hoping you do. If not, you should watch the episode of Bluey called Cricket. If you don't, well, I'm sorry, you don't get it. Okay, cricket bat. This is a cricket bat. Now that on steroids. Oof. I want to get one of them because they look really cool. That's all I'm going to say. They look really cool. Hold on. That's Alberta. Alberta has a cricket thing? Dang, that's cool. Holy shimolies. Holy shimolies. $324.99. Eesh, maybe not. Yeah, cricket over baseball. I would watch cricket over baseball. I would. Unless it's the Blue Jays, then that's different. Anywho, we are so rambling everywhere. A couple years ago, my dad was severely overworking, and when he was on vacation, he ended up breaking his shoulder, so he couldn't work for several... Dang! Oh, sorry to hear that. That sucks. That is God laying you flat. I'll say that. I'll definitely say that. All right, back to Rogue and Gambit. So, in this comic series, they are to investigate this kind of like married couples or just couples therapy, recovery group, stuff like that. And this is when Rogue and Gambit are not so tight, even though Gambit's like, yo, Rogue, like, hello. Come on, shit. This is how we're gonna roll. Kind of stuff like that. Don't mind my horrible accent. Just don't mind me. This was a fantastic reading, going through it. But you're seeing the back and forthness. So even when they're supposed to be on a retreat, even though they're supposed to hang out and stuff like that, they are unable to really rest because they are on investigation. And so here's Gambit like, oh, we should relax, shit. And Rogue's just like, about that. No. So, yeah. Hold on a second. I got something that popped up. I will be right back, okay? You guys hang tight just for a moment. I'll be get right back. And we're back. There we go. Sorry about that. Just was double checking on something real quick. Had a message that I need to figure out and stuff like that too. Oh man. Holy snap, there's some stuff that was going on in the chat. How dare you? He's fine now. Oh, this is your dad. He's fine now. Soreness, less mobility now. But it was definitely a moment God telling him to quit it. Yeah, definitely left unattended. For sure. You reckon Pringles have to call to him? You're funny. Cheapers. No, but... Oh, man. You guys are talking. I did not have to rush. It was just a message I had, stuff like that. Oh, man. It wasn't the Pringles. Yeah, it was just a message I had to get figured out and processed there. So, it's all good. We're alive. We're okay. We're functioning. Back to Gambit and Rogue. So, this was a fantastic series. If you want to read it, you should, again, check out Marvel Unlimited. In fact, also... Man, these are not promos, I promise, but like DC, Marvel, if you see us, subscriptions for G-Dub, you know, we put out the plug there to read your series and stuff like that. I'm just saying. DC Comics Ultimate or Ultra version is really good because then you get to have all the back catalogs, all the stuff like that, and you get to do that. And then Marvel Unlimited, I believe. Marvel Unlimited is this comic subscriptions that you can do that. And yes, clearly, Pringles partnership, especially if it's going to make my innards burn. But trust me, this is a good series that you're going to want to read. Also, the one that I had mentioned last time when we did Gambit and Rogue and Relationship, which is funny because, you know, Valentine's Day is just this Saturday. So, you know, your special friend you love and you cute him. Maybe you can call them your Cher and they call you their Remy. I don't know. I don't know. Pet names are cute, especially when they're nerdy. That's all I'm saying. But this was a great series. But Rogue and Gambit, this series particularly, them working out kind of the relationship in a funky way, but they weren't able to rest. And that's the harder part, right? Is this whole idea of that they are looking like they are resting, but they aren't actually resting. They are going out and about. And even the Rogue and Gambit series I mentioned earlier is when they're supposed to be on their honeymoon, and then Rogue gets sent on a mission by her mother to go take down a guy for the sake of mutant kind. And they're supposed to do that. So it's kind of ridiculous, right? I guess you could say it was a bit of a Gambit eating those... Right? A gamble, right? Pro tip. Don't do spicy and minty at this... Oh, no. Yeah, I could see how those receptors would actually feel like you're dying. So, yeah, that's fair. Fair. All right. Who's ready for the next one? Which, my personal favorite, DC comic... Nightwing. This is an excerpt from Nightwing comic. This is just when Nightwing has dealt with Blockbuster, and it's now exposed that Nightwing is Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson is Nightwing. So Nightwing, in typical fashion, feels horrible because now he's weighing on the rest of everybody. No, I will still stand that Batgirl's better than Starfire for this very comic reason, guys. This very comic reason I want to show. So the part that I want to really encourage here, after all this exposure that's coming on, right? So like Barb, Nightwing, hey, you okay? Not really. From Nightwing. Babs. Sure, I've been pummeled by a giant before. It's never fun. You gotta appreciate Babs' humor. It's true. Then Nightwing. It's not that, Babs. Blockbuster. He knows who I am. I won't be safe too. We won't be safe. You and I'm sorry. Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon can't be together. What's Batgirl's response? Just laughs at it. Just laughs at it. Just completely laughs at it. And then Nightwing. What's happening? Barbara. Screw that. Yeah, I said it. Awkward moment. Kids, don't say that. Anywho, heck with that kind of vibe. Don't do it. This is what I love. Okay, Dick, I love the part of you that wants to protect everyone. But this is one noble sacrifice I'm never going to accept. Then Dick's like, well, the danger? And she's like, we're superheroes. We're always in danger. Darkseid could attack the planet tomorrow. Kite Man could fall out of the sky at the wrong time. Trigon could step on me. The premise of what's going on here is that in the midst of it, this wouldn't be Batgirl or Oracle in danger. This would be Barbara Gordon. And then Barbara's like, I get that. But if a storm is coming for you, then it's a storm we'll stand together. I'll bring an umbrella. I love it. I'll bring an umbrella. Come on, guys. This is beautiful. This is like such a good moment. Dick, I'm going to say something, and it will mean you having to fight a lot of Bruce's more toxic programming. I love how Oracle just reads this and calls it out. Along with your own stuff. You're allowed to be happy. It's beautiful. And frankly, so am I. Are you happy? With me? This is Nightwing. My life has been in constant danger for months. I've been shot at, beaten, blown up, and I think this is the happiest I've ever been. Then let's keep that going. Oracle and Nightwing, Batgirl and Robin, Dick and Babs, forever. That sounds pretty perfect. Okay, and there's my fandom moment. There you go. Congratulations, everybody. You saw the moment that made me so happy. By the way, Tom King, we need more of your blessings here, man. We need more of this love and goodness. Starfire, Nightwing, forever. No, this comic proves it. Just saying. Proves it, Solomon. Suck it up. Deal with it. Anywho, that's what I love about this. Nightwing naturally is going to take on the world. He's going to let things hit him because he doesn't want any harm happening to other people. But what does Babs do instead? Babs says, no. Okay? Your breather is actually that you don't have to face this alone. That you got somebody around with you. That we're going to carry this together. Okay? That's the beautiful thing. That's also the beautiful thing about Gambit and Rogue. Is the very factor that Gambit is too thick-headed to give up on their relationship with Rogue. Rogue is too stubborn to let anything stand in the way of what she decides she's going to go for and stuff like that. But she's like, they're both committed people. They just were committed on the opposite end sometimes. When they are together, oh my Lana. Good luck. Nice to know you. You control alt delete. You're gone. You just adios muchachos. Okay. Final example, and then we're going to get into the dive, okay? We're going to get into the dive. Thank you, Solomon. Stretching. And I don't have to worry about a Thomas that's going to hit me or kick me or backflip things. Oh, Mr. Miyagi mode. This is a moment where we can appreciate the set. Oh, no. Well, okay, guys. Don't tell Pilo. Okay, shh. Don't tell Pilo. Because I really don't have any other snacky stuff. Shh. Don't tell Pilo. I'm going to yoink. 3 gummies. 3 gummies! That's all it is. 3 gummies, guys. It's okay. Shh. Don't tell... Shh! Solomon! Shh! Don't tell Pilo. Stop it. Don't do it. Just by our side. I don't have. If you stay quiet, I will send you a cute chibi Talon. Yeah. Ooh, deal. See, there we go. Ha ha. You can't stare into that beautiful griffin's eyes without going, okay, yeah, that's fair. All right. We give up. Alrighty. Here's the other one. All right. My Hero Academia. You guys have heard this one before. This beautiful moment. This is the vigilante moment with Deku, where he is standing really to be the only hero that keeps on going in the midst of what looks like the bad guys just winning over and over and over and over and over again. Bad guys are on the loose. The public is in danger. And everyone's getting tired. Except Zuko, who, by the way, is wearing... oh, wow. I can't even remember his name. We're just gonna... Yeah. He's looking more and more like the wrecked All Might. And he's the only one with one for all. To keep on going, to keep on fighting, to keep on pushing. But you see he's tired. You see he's going. And it takes all of his classmates to essentially fight him from going out and doing more fighting and telling him, you can't do this on your own. You're going to destroy yourself. You're going to wreck yourself. And he's just like, no, I got to keep on going. I got to keep on moving. He keeps on going at it to the point where then, beautiful moment where Bakugo uppercuts him into the gut. Basically tells him, lie down. Just deal with it. And it takes Izuku, aka Deku. It takes Deku seeing his whole classmates around him, calling him out and saying, we are here for you. You don't have to face this alone. You don't have to struggle in this alone. It's not just on your shoulders. And then he finally rests. But guys, I'm telling you, the season ender, so like the last season of My Hero Academia, is a beautiful reversal of this role. Not in that his team is overworked and he's then the one telling them to rest, but the fact that then he is dependent on other people. He's not just a solo vibe in all of this. So guys, what does this mean? Well, I want to point to you guys something clear, okay? In all of this, in all of these examples, the call out that we have biblically, okay? The call out that we have biblically, you are not meant to be the superhero, okay? Biblically, we are to love others, to do what we can to bless others, to be willing to lay down our lives for each other. But that doesn't mean you are wrecking yourself entirely so that you can't actually bless other people. You do need rest. You are designed for rest. We talked about this time and time again where we are communal people, beings, creatures, resembling who God is as a communal God. By communal God, I mean talking about God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit, all in one God, but yet three aspects of God, three persons of God, but one what? God. And so we are supposed to be communal. We are supposed to be investing in that relationship with each other and with God. But here's the thing. God demonstrated rest, okay? Go back all the way to Genesis. Genesis 2 talks about on the seventh day, God rested. You're like, God's an infinite being. What's the deal here? Maybe this is a head check on us, guys. It's a pace setter for us to remember that we are actually not designed to go 100% all the time, period. It's why we have other people to tell us to rest, to have people we can rely on and support us while we need it. Yo, time! 100%. 100%, right? We need that community that comes alongside us and encourages us, supports us, lifts us up when we can't do it, but also that we lift them up in all of that. My goodness, 100%. That's why, yes, Solomon, thank you for throwing down the Discord link. That's what we're here for. That's why we have prayer support. That's why we do stuff like Night's Vigil. Is creating that space for you to kind of get a check-in, to know that somebody's got your back and cares about you. Here's the thing, though. So, start off with Genesis. Seventh day rest, right? Then we are talking about how, after that, in Exodus, right? 10 Commandments. One of them is keep the Sabbath day a holy day. That you are to rest from things. That you are to just make it different and distinct. Why is it a holy day? One, you get to observe God and the blessings that he is and appreciate all the work that he's done for you in the week. So it's reminding that you can't do it all alone. Ha, I have no issues with rest. How dare. I'm so great at resting and self-care. Ha, Pilo, that's funny. That's funny. But like legitimately, it is for us to work on, to rest, to be at peace. We are to do this, and not that you completely just step away all the time, but you do have segmented time for that rest. This is why it's important to actually take a day where you can have that breather. And whether that's like you pre-make meals beforehand, like the Jewish community legitimately does this. Rabbi has talked about this, how he works on developing Shabbat meal on Friday night, so then he doesn't have to worry about all of Saturday. That's the whole point of Shabbat. It is rest. But it's not rest for like, oh, well, like I've only done hard work. It's a reliance on God's strength, not on yours. This even goes into the desert when the Israelites were wandering in the desert for 40 years, right? They have this thing called manna, which is like, what is this? It's like essentially bread. And with that, God told them, 5 days out of the week, you only get as much as you need for that day. But on that 6th day, you get the double portion, because then the 7th, you chill. The weird thing was, if they doubled the portion any other day of the week, so those first 5 days, the doubled portion would actually spoil overnight. Versus when they did it on the 6th, it would actually keep and be ready for that. Which doesn't make sense. If you're able to double on one day, you should be able to double on the other days. That's because it's divine bread. It was divine sustenance. It was God providing in the midst of that. And they were to lean on him daily. But they weren't to hoard it all. They weren't to try and figure it out on their own. They were to trust that that supply was there. That God was going to meet them in that. So it's just, oh, snap. Pilo, I'm just heading into a stabbing after a chaos. Dang. And very sad morning. Yeah, absolutely. Keep Hoff's fam in prayers, please. I'll try and hop on after, but maybe done by then. Absolutely. No, Pilo, that's fine. Yeah. And we're praying for Hoff too. We got his back. So I messaged him and said if anytime he wants to chat, we're here. So we got his back. So yeah. Actually, guys, you cool with this? Hold on a second. You guys cool with this? Can we actually pray for Hoff right now? Can we do that? You guys good with that? Give me a thumbs up if you're good with that. I want to pray for Hoff right now because like his Opa is actually pretty solid. I've actually been able to meet him a couple of times, and he's a good dude of faith, and it's hard going through really rough time with his Opa, and it's looking like he's gonna be passing soon. So yeah, let's do it. Hey God, I just want to lift up Hoff right now, and Hoff's family. And yeah, they've been tracking along that Opa has not been doing well, and it's coming to this point. And first of all, I want to say thank you for the mercy that Hoff is able to say a goodbye to his Opa before passing away. I know that means a lot. Being able to have your words with someone that has been a part of your life and has mattered to you a lot in your life, to be able to say some final words, to be able to get that knowing that it's a goodbye, but it's a goodbye for now. It's a see you later. And so, God, I thank you for the example that Hoff's Opa has been for him and has been encouraging and supportive. And I know this has been a rough go for this past bit for him, and I pray that it would be a good ending. That sounds horribly morbid, but I pray that would be a good and peaceful ending. I pray that you would be just with Hoff's family and him. there's going to be a lot of mixed emotions and hurt and pain. Help us as a community to come around him and support him. Help us to love on him, and same with his family if we know members of him. And help us to be soft arms to come around them. The ears ready to hear what they're processing and what they're working through. Just bless this family that loves you, that cares about you, and their Opa, who has been such a blessing and leading so well in his heart for you and for others. Bless him throughout this process. Make it easy, without pain and suffering, and just that he would be able to go well and go to your arms and be at peace, to be able to hear good and faithful servant. We just ask for you to be around this family. We ask this in your name. Amen. Whew. Guys, that's intense. Whew. Okay. Yeah. So, Hoff, we got your back. So back to rest. Back to the idea of we do need rest, and what is the Bible saying about it? And even so, you might go, okay, Mike, with rest, like, that's fine, that's like work, but like, what about when you're really broken down and stuff like that? There's an example of Elijah at his peak, at the height of where he was at. This is like in 1 Kings chapter 19. He had just defeated the prophets of Baal at Mount Carmel, and like own face. And then the queen, who, like, Jezebel, is just like, all right, that's it. By the end of today, if you're not dead, if your head's not on a platter, may I get struck down. And Elijah's like, oh, shoot. Automatically goes into running, freaks out, and then he, like, rests. And he takes time to rest by the broom tree. And he even says to God, I've had enough, man. Like, I've been on the run from the king before. I've been going through this hard time. I don't... Dude, too much. And what happens? He rests there. And when he wakes up, there's a hot bread that's made by an angel. And he's near a stream, and he's able to drink. And then he goes back to sleep. And he gets up, and there's more hot bread. And drink. And he's told to go to Mount Sinai to connect with God there and interact with him. But it's absolutely nuts. Like, God doesn't go, what the heck, Elijah? Why can't you handle this? Elijah, you were winning. What the heck is this? He meets him in the suck. He meets him in the tiredness and goes, dude, you need a rest. Bro, you threw down. You need a breather. You need chill. You need chill vibes going on there. You need to put on some lo-fi, like Japanese lo-fi music, and just relax a little. Sit with me, kind of stuff like that. I threw in the Japanese lo-fi and stuff like that. If I remember, God gives him a good cry, a good nap, and a good food. Yeah, he does. He lets him just vent and then keep on going. And so yeah. Here's the other part. So we just talked about Elijah. We just talked about the commands for rest and how God demonstrates rest. Here's the thing that we look at: Jesus, okay? The dude that we are supposed to exemplify, right? The dude that we are supposed to go, hey, I need to be like that dude. Jesus consistently pieced out from crew to be able to have a rest. In the morning, he would go, I need time with me and God. So he takes time with God, and he is able to just sit there and get kind of the orders for the day. Know what's going to happen and rest in him, knowing who he is and resting in that. Then there's in Mark chapter 6 where there's this small window where Jesus is like, hey guys, we've been doing a lot of ministry. Come aside. Come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and let's get some rest. Let's goof. Let's have fun. Remember, the disciples were likely teenagers. They want to do teenagers do stupid things. They want to run. They want to wrestle. They want to, like, poke fun at each other, stuff like that. Man, like, if you don't put breaks in for teenagers, they're going to own you. I've learned this over time. So you gave them time to rest. You gave them permission to just be like, okay, you've been in ministry. You've been doing all this. You need a breather too. There's Martha, right? The whole factor of Martha is working so hard in the kitchen versus Mary, who's just like, whoa, you're like Jesus. You're like so cool. You're like so amazing. And Martha's like so peeved because she's doing the hardcore 5-star catering business. And she's like, hey, Jesus, you want to tell my sister, like, get off your butt and, like, get going? And Jesus doesn't go, oh yeah, Martha, that makes sense. Like, you look like you could. No. He goes, hey, Martha, like, you worry about a lot of different things, but, like, Mary chose the one thing that really matters. She's sitting at my feet. She's hearing what I'm throwing down. You can dial down. Like, you could pass some of this on. You don't have to worry about it. Like, we can wait for food. It's fine. In fact, I'm pretty sure Jesus could be like, food, done, stuff like that. He could have. He didn't, but he could have. That's only when fish and loaves are involved. That's really the secret sauce. It's the fish and loaves. That's when he snapped and stuff like that. But it's about, instead of being productive, instead of the focus that Martha has is like, there's so many things, like, look at all this stuff like that. And to breaded fish, my man, Solomon, I get it. In all of it, the focus is on the presence with God rather than the productivity for him. You hearing what I'm saying? Rest is about presence, not about productivity even. It's about who are we sitting with? What are we doing? Finally, the finality. Jesus is able to rest from his work on earth because it is finished. When he has nailed to the cross, he is done. The fight against sin is over. He has taken it on. And when Jesus dies, of course, he goes down first into hell, and then he pulls out a bunch of souls and go ninu to death and to the Satan, and just like ninu. But then he is able to come to paradise. When we have the thief on the cross who is able to see Jesus for who he was, he's like, you will join me in paradise, in rest. It's like so cool, right? It's like so awesome. All right. Here's the one verse, and Solomon threw this down on Tuesday, so I'm looking at you. Here it is. Come to me, all who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. This is Jesus. This is, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. The factor that Jesus throws down. I know, Jesus dies. Shocker. Whoa. But Jesus says this, right, in the idea of that he's not telling you to push harder. He's saying to tie yourself to the one who can push through it. So he's saying to lean on him, to follow his lead. Just like as a yoke, there's two animals that are tied to it and working on it. This yoke, this teaching, this idea is that we are relying on his strength, because the stronger bull will help the younger one and be able to go through and stuff like that. But it's, oh man, it's so good. So we're to be reminded that we are in shared work with Christ. It's not all on us, and it's not all about the results. It's about the journey. It's about seeing the growth, and it's about consistently leaning on him, not on our strength, but on his. Wilson has a hard time with that too. Okay, so like, this isn't Wilson. I'm actually giving you like all the knowledge and saying, oh, like I figured it out. Wilson is working on it. Do you know today was actually my hardest day to try and get into rest, and same with yesterday? Stress decided to kick in, and like anxious thoughts started to kick in. But it took time for me to actually write down. Do you want to see what I did when I was resting? You want to see my resting phase that I did today? So I've been working through Creative Calling and Scripture Scribbles, okay? We believe in you, right? I'm not saying that I can't do it, but it takes deliberate stuff, and it helps. I need to get out of my head that, like, my boss is looking at me and going, Wilson, you're wasting time. Wilson, like, why aren't you doing... In fact, it's my boss, my executive director, who is encouraging me, Mike, you need a zone where you can just sit and you just be with God. And so if that's the first half hour, the first hour, just do it. We can do Wilson check. Make sure he's you could. You could. I don't know what that would look like, and that would be really different if it's a Wilson or if it's a community developed thing. Like everyone checks in. Wilson, are you resting? Wilson, did you take the first half hour? Did you do the chill? Have you not done your chill? You need to do the chill. I don't care what you're doing. Do the chill. I don't know. That'd be different. I'm not gonna lie. But this is the thing. So there's this cool thing that's been created by who is it? Wow, I can't even remember who it is. Indie Beginning. Indie Beginning is the one. So today for my scribble scripture is Psalm 119, 105. We love Psalm 119. But that's my drawing. I actually drew a lamp. And then the thing, his guiding words, God's guiding words for me this season is rest here, take a load off or two, and enjoy the view. Being able to do that. And the reminder that God's guidance is only for the next step. It is not miles ahead. He can give me a vision for what can happen if that's what he's really kind of leaning into it. And I think that's been happening over time. But I do need to rest with him, to hear with him, to just be able to sometimes pull off to the side in the midst of the journey and just like be able to look at, wow, God, you did all this. Wow, God, you've shown up this way. Wow, God, you have blown my hair this way or stuff like that. Like, you know, it's all there. And so it's working on that. I'm working on it, okay? But that's part of my rest time is being able to draw, being able to work on it. Wilson might start an art ministry. I don't know. Or just, you know what? It would be cool if I just started a creativity ministry. And we just work on, like, how do we encourage creativity and rest in creativity in all of it. Not, like, how to be creative to be able to make tons of money, but, like, creative in being able to express, to work through what you're going through and be able to express what God has been working in you. And that's also through, can I show one more thing? One step at a time, walking side by side with God. 100%. I want to show you this thing. With my daughter on Tuesday night, she was working on memorizing Psalm 23. Anyone who hasn't done that, well, you need to just do it. You need to have fun. So I created a Hannah cheat sheet. And this was her way of working through Psalm 23. And you might be like, what the heck? How does that work? And stuff like that. If you want it for yourself. By the way, note how it is developed by Mike Wilson, approved by Hannah. So it's all that. So we figured out the symbols together. It was a lot of fun. And so she took that with her to Awana, and she got Psalm 23, and she got her jewel, which is the thing that she gets at Awana if she does really well and stuff like that. So guys, we can create cheat sheets for you. And that's all just pictures for you to remember what on earth is being said. So we did that. I'll support your art ministry. I love art. Dang! I got some stuff to send to you then if you're going to support that kind of stuff, because like I've been doing artsy stuff. All you have to do is like follow some of my personal stuff or get into like what are some of the art things I've designed for GDub and you'll like it. Anywho. So guys, okay. Here we go. We're trying to land the plane here, guys, because we're already over time. The reason why most of these heroes, and I'm coming back to the heroes, okay? So we're coming back. Most of the reason why these heroes have a hard time with rest, first of all, we're going to go Batman Dark Knight. Batman has trauma. He has seen what evil not being taken care of does to families, does to people who are not expecting it, who don't deserve it, and it's hard. Because that's his drive. That's why he does what he does every single night. That's why he fights and stuff like that. So it's part of the trauma in that. Gambit and Rogue have this trauma between each other in that they don't know how to trust other people. And so even when it comes to rest and it comes to time where they can work things out, there's trauma in that they can't resolve together well at the start. And go through that. Don't we always go overtime, though? We do. It's because Wilson doesn't know how to be quiet. So, like, you know, Wilson's working on it slowly. Nightwing's thing, he struggles with the idea of being independent and surviving. He wants to prove to himself that he is good, that Batman did pour into something worthwhile, and that he's going to handle it different than Batman, and that he's not going to drag people down with him. He's just going to protect other people. This is the thing about Nightwing, that the call out from Babs was so important, because Babs is saying, no, I choose to want to be dragged down with you. It's not dragging down if I'm coming down with you, if I choose to do that. It'll be a miracle the day GW stream ends and starts on time. You're not wrong, Solomon. You're not wrong. We're working on it. And here's the other part. For Deku, his trauma is he's had to carry this weight of One for All to essentially be the next All Might, because that's really what is at the root of it all, is that he's supposed to be the successor for All Might. And All Might could just keep on going. And always had that smile, but here Deku is wrecked. Like, look at his armor. It's all frayed. It's all wrecked. It's ruined. He's more gruff feel than this bold, soft hero that was coming on out. Because all he hears is he has to be at this standard. And he does. But the thing is, that standard is not to be carried only alone. It's to be lifted together with the community. It's stronger if there's a community behind it. And so then, guys, you might go, what's the solution? How do we work this out? How do we resolve this? All right, so I got some steps here. Okay? This is like biblical solution. 1, give yourself rhythmic times of rest. Okay? Put it on the calendar. Write it bold if you have to. Today, rest. And rest doesn't mean you necessarily have to sleep. Rest doesn't mean you cannot do anything else. Rest means whatever you find restful, do it. Take that time. And also, thank God for it. Because oddly enough, thankfulness actually is a booster to your rest. Because you're able to then reflect what were the positive things that are going on and stuff like that. All Might could always keep going. Except he couldn't, because he drove himself to the brink where his body couldn't handle it. Right, that's also true. Man, Daima. That's it. We're going to have Daima as a guest sometime. I'm going to pull her in for a guest talk, and it's going to be great. We're going to have feedback. I should pull in more guests for Level Up chats. That's what I'm saying. Yo, North Hill! Hey-o! Rolling your way. 6 Mins family. What? Dang. Rolling your way in 6 Mins. Yo, that's pretty cool. I appreciate that. You're wonderful. Keep on being awesome. Second thing. Shared burdens. Hey guys, this is something that Wilson sucks at that I'm working on. You share what's going on with your life so that other people can help. So thank goodness I'm starting to learn this, because I got Benaya in our community who's going to come over on Saturday helping me out with my car and figuring out the ticking thing. I have my neighbor from across the way that's helped me figure out kind of what the dripping is. I now know it's not transmission. It's not coolant, though I need to get some coolant. It's looking like it's a little bit of oil, so that means the seal might be going on there, or it might not be screwed on enough. So I need to get that stuff figured out. I love to come. I just gotta find time when I'm not free. Or we just pre-record something. Or we figure out a late night show. I don't know. We'd have to figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll do something. Maybe we do a special stream sometime like that. We've done that in the past. Okay. So, share each other's burdens. That's what the church is for. That's what the community is for. That's what we nerds are for. Help a nerd. Help a nerd, people. Come on. All right. Identity before activity. Okay, this means, hey, hi, guys. Your identity is not what you do. Okay? You are a human being, not a human doing. Okay? First thing that we always introduce is like, hey, what's going on in your life? Not just how are you? Not how are you doing? It's about where are you at, man? How you feeling? And this is the hard thing. We often associate identity with what I am doing, with how well it's going, or stuff like that. It does not work. It doesn't. It sucks when you try and do it that way. Don't do it. Wilson's vouching on this. So what do you then do? Remember who you're created by. You're created by an infinite being in his image, which is kind of boss. This infinite being cares enough to die for you. Because you can't save yourself, because we all done messed up people. It's truth. To errors to human peeps. We all messed up. But the beauty of it is that Jesus came, died, rose again, and said, psh, that thing that's separating me and you, not a thing. You are worth dying for. And you are totally a person that I want to spend all of eternity with. Boom! Dude, that's even better than what a married spouse is like. That's kind of nuts. Just saying. But it's the thing, right? God chooses to want to be with us. And in the midst of that, yo, what's up? That is a raid. Hello, North Hill crew and awesomenesses and stuff like that. Behold, that has been raided. I love it. This is so cool. We are totally... Wow! We got some followers from Kim Possible. Hello. Thank you. Good grief. Thank you for jumping in. We are just talking about what is rest and how superheroes suck at resting. Yo, Shubby! What's up? What's up? Wow. Holy snap. We are getting raided. Wow. Jeff, wow. Oh, my Lana. I don't know what to do about this. This is absolutely nuts. It's really cool. Whoa! Yo! 190 peeps that are following. Yo! My man, my crew, my awesome sauces. Thank you for choosing to follow us. We do have peanuts. No, we don't. We are peanut allergy free. We have Pringles hot stuffs or hot ones. Wow! That's a lot of following, stuff like that. Good grief. Yeah, 24-hour stream at 200 followers. You crazy. That would be nuts. Yeah, no, welcome. Good grief. We got a ton of loving and following on that. World's best superhero. I'm going with Shadowhawk. Oh! What about Darkhawk? What about You're talking about Darkhawk like Marvel? I'm gonna say right now, best superhero, Nightwing. Doesn't need superpowers. He's just awesome. He's a fantastic human being. Don't you forget it. But yeah, we're talking about rest. We're talking about the idea that how do we have rest? How do we do that? Stuff like that. Shadowhawk. Image. Dang. Holy snap. Guys, I'm so not used to like all these promptings of all the followers. You guys are amazing. You're wonderful human beings / persons. Don't forget that. All right. Go back. There we go. So here's the thing that we are talking about is identity and rest in all this. If Batman knew his identity, that he is a person that can rest, Bane would not have had an edge on him. If he learned to lean on his crew a little bit more, he'd have more rest and stuff. Oh my word, Solomon gifted subs. How dare you? All the blessings? Yes, that's right. Five loose. It's kind of nuts. Solomon blesses in big ways. So like, you know, it's how we handle. Good grief. We go from hype train to like all this craziness. Like, oh my Lana. Did you know you're on follow only chat? No, I did not. That is a good to know. Huh. We'll have to fix that. Thank you for that heads up there. We'll work on that. Yeah. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Yo, that's what we're here for. Like, Solomon just only knows how to gift love and goodness. Wow. Unlock now? Yes. Okay. I think I chose to unlock it. Cool. All right. There we go. Solomon fixed it. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Y'all wonderful people. Oh my goodness. Not used to rating. Okay. Here's the cool thing, right? We are called an identity. Identity that, like, a God that loves you. A God that cares about you. That you, yes, can make a difference, but you are not to make that difference by yourself. You are in a community. This is what the whole, like, church, body of Christ, fellow followers, and all the goodnesses. We work together. We help one another. We lift each other's burdens and support one another. Oh, Divi 34. Good grief. Man, all the follows are legit here. We are to work on it together. Then we remember who we are and who we created for. We are created to honor God and demonstrate that in all that we do. That means God rested, demonstrated what rest looks like, and we are then supposed to rest in that as well. So guys, to actually rest is to look more like Jesus than you just strong-arming it and doing it all by yourself. Oh, guys, did you... Hello, mic check. Did you catch that? It means you look more like Jesus when you actually do rest than you just trying to push and do it all on your own. Awkward moment. Take that in, guys. Chew on that for a bit. Think about that. You are designed for rest. Lean on him. He is the one who is perfect. He is the one who is able to push through. He is the one who has gone through what we have gone through. This is why when Jesus gives you an opportunity to rest, you should do it, because he's also done it and he's also rested, and he knew there were days that you needed that breather as well. So, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, you're showing them the blog? Oh, my word. Solomon, we need new updated blogs. So, like, we need to work on that. But thank you for the plug there, Solomon. Appreciate that. It is fun content, just letting you know. Finally. Okay. You ready for this? Okay. Trust-based stopping. Trust-based stopping is the reminder that we are leaning on him, not on our own strength. It is faith that God's going to provide in the midst of if we take the break. The world is going to keep on moving if you stop. Okay? That's something Batman doesn't understand. Okay? That's where Deku had a hard time, that, like, evil was not going to be dealt with unless he showed up. No. Life will move on. And technically, if you are choosing not to rest, you're actually going, God, I don't think you can handle this on your own. You have to have me. God invites us into partnership to work with him, but we can't do it all on our own. He is the one who gives us the strength. He is the one who provides and takes care of that. But in the rest, you are then saying, okay, God, I know you got it. I know you're going to provide. I know you're going to sustain. I know you're going to hold me through it. And I can trust and rely on you. And if you don't take rest, God makes sure you do. Right. There. Well, and your body will give out. Your mind will give out. Your feelings will give out. Hi, guys. Learning through this, right? This is why the word of the year that really I think God's throwing down. Yo! Solomon blessing Daima. Look at that. 414 subs. Holy snap, Solomon. I think you've been gifting enough for everybody in Canada. I'm just saying. Just saying. And probably some in Wales too. Hashtag 500 subs. Okay, I'm going to be quiet because he's going to... Solomon knows what will happen. I know what will happen if I challenge Solomon. Don't do it. Here's the thing that I want you guys to chew, okay? It's not all on you. It's never meant to be all on you. Don't be a superhero in the way that they just keep going and don't rest. Because I've never read a comic where they actually are able to rest. Because anytime they're about to rest, boom, something hits. That's not a life you want, okay? Be a superhero in that you want to fight for other people. Be a superhero in that you want to be willing to take care of others and to bless them and work together, like, Justice League style or the Avengers, except, actually trusting each other. Doing all that kind of stuff, 100%. Stuff like that is good. But do not extend yourself like Batman. Do not overextend yourself like Batman. Do not overextend yourself like Deku. Do not overextend yourself like Nightwing. Learn to rest. Have people in your life that will call out and encourage and stuff like, oh, yo, anonymous user gifted 1 sub to the community. Yo, that's nice of you. That's awesome. That's really cool. Dang. Look at that. I was hoping the mass gifted sub would give you one. You know, that's fair. That is fair. Yeah. That's kind of nuts. Wow. We unlocked so much because of that. Sheesh. Sheesh. So that's kind of cool. Wow. That's blessings and blessings and blessings. So, almost got all stream without you noticing. Fair enough. All right. So, guys, if you're late to showing up onto this, that's fine. If you're the part of the crew, the raid and stuff like that has gotten onto this, thank you, for joining in with us in this time. My encouragement, watch the replay of this one. This is going to be a good one because we all need this. And I'm saying this because in North America, we have a pretty bad rap for not getting the idea of rest. You can also watch it on YouTube. Thank you, Solomon, for throwing down the link. You can follow us on there, be a subscriber, and get your consistent nerd education on there, as well as watching other awesome streams like PLO streams or like Tom's Gaming with Tom stream as well. But in all honesty, guys, let's work on rest, because when we rest, we actually are trusting in God. When we are trusting in God, we are showing people that we can actually trust in God and know that He is our sustainer. We know that we can't do this alone because we have a community that comes around side us, encourages us, and supports us, because that's rest. Rest is being able to say to your brothers and sisters who are following Jesus, hey man, I'm broken. Hey, I need help. I need support. This is why Paul, when he's throwing down in Ephesians 6 the shield of faith is not meant for just the individual. It's actually a communal device, because when you put a bunch of shields together, it creates a shield wall. It creates essentially a fortress. And it's usually around fallen people, but it's also a way of advancing forward. You work together, having the shield wall. You rely and are strengthened by each other in it. So, shield of faith is also encouragement of rest, because you share the faith with other people. So be willing to share that with other people. Share, I could use some help. I could use some support. I could use some prayer. I could use some encouragement. Because that's what the body does. Where I suck at something, there's other people that rock at it, and I need to lean on them and be like, I need your help here. And where they may suck at something, I can go, let's show up and let's do this together. Let me help you. That's what community's for. Because that's what God has called us to do, guys. That's what it's all about. Becoming nerd, supportive community. Oh my word, Solomon's pulling out the old schools. Man, that's like, holy snap. That's actually 3 years old. Guys, I didn't have white in my beard at that point. I used to look young, I promise. All right. Now, here's our segment where we get to prayer requests. And trust me, we are going to want to get to prayer requests. We already prayed for Hoff, but we'll continue to lift Hoff in it. Oh, for the Raiders, Okay. Fine, Solomon. We'll do it. Okay. Okay, Raiders, you get to see this. All right. We have this thing called a punishment wheel. We did it a little bit earlier. It is where I get to spin, and there will be a punishment. And it will probably make me cry, because I'm a grown man that's going to cry. So deal with it. Okay. Ready. Put it into the chat. Spin that wheel. Anyone? Beautiful. Interactive moment. Come on. Yeah, spin it. Spin it, spin it, spin, spin, spin. Ooh, we opened, share. We now have a ghost thingy. We have a ghost thing, a ghosty, weirdy thingy. Freeze for 20 seconds. Ready, and go. Oh, there we go, and it just went... Holy snap, what happened? Did things glitch out? What happened? That's weird. Oh, 20 minutes. No, Solomon. I am not one of those kind of like actors that can pull that kind of stunt. Okay, like I can't do it. I ain't young like I used to be. Yeah, it's kind of rough. It's kind of happen. That's the kind of fun stuff that we do. We have punishment wheels. We have reward wheels, which are sometimes nice. Sometimes they're not so nice. But, we work with it. And but, yeah. So, prayer requests. Throw them into the chat skis. Any prayer requests. And we're going to take a little bit of time to pray before Wilson has to peace out. Because this originally was only going to be an hour stream. And now is beautifully turning into an hour... 30 hour, close to hour 40 stream, and that's cool. That's awesome. God works with it, so it's awesome. I love having crew to be able to chat and connect with. But throw it out in your prayer requests. We also have a cool prayer response thing with our channel points that if you see a prayer, you can type it in, and then it accents it, and then we can pray for that and know that your support has arrived. For those of you who are into Overwatch. Yeah, and I say Overwatch, not Overwatch 2, because it's Overwatch now. We changed it. So, throw down your prayer requests up here. Do it. You got some time. Throw in the typey types, and then we'll pray for you. By the way, I'm going to drink coffee from my late father's coffee cup, because Superman. Miss you, Dad. Oh, that's cold coffee. That was a bad life choice. I don't have heat vision. Bad life choices were made. I love the music though. Like, there's very chill vibes. Hope you guys are enjoying the chill music. If you guys can even hear it, probably can hear it now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yo. You know what helps with cold coffee? Pringles. No. For you, Solomon. For you. Okay. Oh, dang. Oh, that hit again. Dang, nabbit. All right. Taxman threw down. I rage fix my resume. Prayer, I'll find a better job soon and not months later once I start sending it. Yeah. Oh, snap. If I pray for my husband because he has to find and fix the water pipe in our church. Yee, ooh. 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 Yeah, we plumbing in general. Absolutely. That's that's much needed prayer. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll pray for that. And same for you, Dasma. Solomon, you cool with me throwing prayer requests for you? Cool. No response, but yeah, thanks. Cool. Yeah, we'll pray for that. Personal prayer request. That this Friday, or sorry, not this Friday, this Saturday, we get the clicking resolved with the failed relay in my car resolved via the awesomeness of Benaya. Yeah, I'm putting a plug out there. Benaya's awesome. He's a bro that's helped in encouragement. Second thing, that the slight, and I mean slight oil leak that I think is going on, that we are able to fix that, whether it's like tightening up or stuff like that. I'm hoping that's just honestly it. That gets fixed and resolved, and just prayer for our family, just that we are able to rest, because Coach has been really trying to work on that with me. I've been trying to work on that on myself, and just prayer for rest. And you should join us tonight for Thursday night Nerds Day Thursday night's vigil. You should do that. You should do the thing. Cool. All right, I'm gonna pray. And then we're gonna peace out. Aw. Yeah.
Eyes up, Guardian.
We are trying to keep things eyes up, and yes, thank you for the hydration. Oh, that was helpful. That was good. Whew. All right, let's do this. I'm going to turn down the music just for a little bit, because it can be a little distracting. Yeah! Oh, Fiveless! You know what? You know what I need to do? I need to put in the hands on fire, our Hadouken prayer in there. We need to do the Hadouken prayer emblem in there into the chat, showing that we're praying. That would be awesome. It's almost like already on this. This is awesome. We need to do this. Cool. Hey, guy, I want to just thank you for today. Thank you for the reminder that superheroes suck at rest. And God, I find it funny that today's topic was in the midst of when I feel like I have not had rest. And the reminder that I need to rest in you, that I need to rely and trust in you. That is not coincidence. That's you working on my heart and using mediums like comics and anime to remind me that these ideals that I love to see, to read, to want to hold on to can give me a kick in the butt because you're the one that has a message behind it. So thank you for that, God. Thank you that you speak to and through these mediums. So God, I pray that for all of us here who have been on stream, just joining in or have been on for a bit or just going to listen to it later or like watching the video now, that they'd be reminded that they need rest. And our rest is found in you. And we are not meant to take on everything on our own. That we are meant to be a community that supports one another. That when we hear struggles of other people, that we step in to help each other. Because then when we are struggling, they can also help us. And yes, it's kind of like a back-scratching thing, but that's what you designed us to do as community. It's reflecting you. When you hear of someone in need, you do help them. You do care for them. You do listen. But also we are to rest in you because the world keeps on spinning without us because you are the one that sustains it, not us. So help us to be able to step away. Help us to be able to have that rest and peace. God, I just pray for Dinah and this resume, the rage resume of writing and all that stuff like that, that you would be guiding that process, that as she's getting stuff out there for potential other employment, that she would be getting responses back, that there would be opportunities that would be coming, that she'd be able to find work that she would be able to enjoy, to be able to have rest in it, and to be able to use the gifts and strengths that she has and the stuff and the education that she's gone into for it, and to have that rest and fulfillment in that, and that you'd be providing it, she'd be able to give you praise. God, we just pray for Five Loose and her husband doing plumbing stuff. Oh my word. Especially like when it's like in a church and having to hunt through that. Oh my goodness. I pray for patience. I pray for guidance in all of that. I pray that there would be people that are coming alongside her husband and helping in that process too. That it's not just a weight that he's lifting on his shoulders alone, but that he would be able to work on it together with other people. And I pray that it would resolve quickly and resolve well. And that would be an issue that doesn't ever come up again because of the kind of work that he's put in and the expertise and gifts that you have given her husband. God, I pray for Solomon and continuing to pray for his health and with working through for chemo and for testings right now. Pray that you would just be with him and the results would be good, that'd be working, that the chemo would be working, that his body would be responding well to it, that would actually be seeing change, because all this work and drag into his body and fatigue and tiredness, give him rest, give him peace, be able to have him fulfilled and encouraged and supported throughout all this time. And just as much as being encouragement to our community and loving on our community. Help us to be able to blessing to him, to be an encouragement to him, and send on him love. God, I pray that I would be taking this lesson, and I know it's easier to preach on it than necessarily to live it out. But God, I honestly am praying, and I thank you for this community that does give me head checks and call outs and all that stuff. Mike, you need rest. Mike, you need to be able to lean on other people. Ark, you need to hear us out. So God, I thank you for people like Benaiah who are willing to go, hey man, you need this help? I can just help in this way. God, thank you for my neighbor legitimately across the way who knows a bit more about vehicles to help me somewhat figure out what's going on. That there's definitely some kind of leak that's going on. Looks like it's this kind of thing. And that I can rest in that and be thankful that I've got a neighbor that does that. Thankful for a community that checks in and calls me out. Thank you for a wife that is willing to be there with me at 5 a.m. when I am panicking and just has her hand on my chest, just reminding that I have someone that's there with me, that I don't have to face it alone, that is encouraging and is willing to pray for me. Thank you for kids that pray for me. And even just give me long hugs and just know that, Dad, you don't have to carry it all. It's not on your own. As my daughter says, you don't have to worry about our family. Because, God, I need to give it to you. I need to trust in you. I need to rely on you. Thank you for that. So, God, help me in, the first half hour, the first bit of my day to actually give that to you, to sit with you, to find my rest and security, and not in showing that, like, look, God, at all that I'm doing, but look, God, in how I'm meeting with you. Because it's not about what my kids are doing that makes me love them. It's me loving my kids for who they are. And that's the same thing that you are saying to me. Help me to hear that. Help me to trust. Help me to rely on you for that. And thank you, God, that you provide in ways that I can't. Thank you, God, that you provide in rest. You provide finances. You provide in peace. Help me to get out of my own way. Help me to stop being like Batman. Help me to just rest in you. Help me to be like Nightwing and to hear when other people are saying, you don't have to go through this alone. Thank you for comics for teaching me the wrong things, but also teaching me some positive things that point to your word. Because your yoke is easy. Your burden is light. You have tell us, come who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest. So help me to trust in that. Just be with us as we go on out, as we continue to nerd out over different things, to continue to be an awesome community, to do Bible study later tonight, and also shoot aliens later tonight, because why not? And having that good time, and help us to continuously to lift your name, to lift each other and support and encourage one another, because, love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor. Let us do that. We ask this in your name. Amen. Hokey Dinah. That is a long stream. 1:45. Gonna be, we long, guys. Wow. Whew. That's one to go into the books. But guys, I want to say thank you again for joining in the goodness, for connecting. Hey, reminder, if you are local, I'm talking to you guys. If you're local, you should join in our anime ramen night. That's going to be happening tomorrow night here at Quinny Youth Unlimited Youth Center. That's going to be 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're going to be watching Spirited Away. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's Wilson's Ramen, so just a warning. Yeah. I'm cooking, so you're going to have to work with that. And trust whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But you're going to want to hit it up. But then also reminder, tonight is our Discord Nerds Day Thursday, where we got our Bible study hitting up 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on our Discord channel. And we're going to be going through Proverbs chapter 9. Be in there. And then if you want to shoot up aliens, you want to hang out with Wilson. If you just want to see Dime being Destiny Sherpa, this is the community that you want to check out from 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. because we're nuts and we're nerds and stuff like that. So you should totally join in with us, have fun with us, and connect. But yeah, enough promo. Enough of the promos, guys. That's just what's going on. Again, thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining for the long haul stream, for the teachable moment, for the nerdy level up talk. We hope you leveled up today. We hope that you took something away in your level up challenge to actually learn to rest, to be able to give that rest to God and know that He is the sustainer, not you. He created to sustain you. You are just to follow Him. Is that Wolverine poster in the back? Absolutely it is. I actually have that comic. It's a fantastic comic. It is really good. It's one of my faves. And actually, it's beautiful. He decapitates Sabretooth in that one. It's a little disturbing, but it's also kind of cool all at the same time. Yeah. Anywho, guys, looking forward to seeing you next week in our Nerds in the Word Bible study on Tuesday. And again, have a good one. Take it easy. Nerd out.